is to click on your dynasty and go to where it says Decrypt PFD. You're gonna hit all of that. It's gonna ask you if you want to decrypt all files. You're gonna hit decrypt all files. Then it's gonna ask you, do you really want to? You're gonna say yes. After that, you're going to wait until you see this green box. So if you see the green box, that means it's been decrypted fully. Alright, you're gonna highlight this one more time and you're gonna press F2. Alright, and your windows should pop up. So you're gonna hit it, right click it, rename, the same thing, but just at the very end of that, you're gonna hit .mc02, and then you'll click off of it. So now I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to minimize BruteForceSavedata. Now, the second link that you should have downloaded should be something called NCAA Football Kit. Once you extract that, you're going to go to the folder that says EADB editor. Hit the application that says EADB editor. Then you're going to open that up. Or in your case, you would see NCAA Football mod, and then you'll see EADB editor. Alright. So you're going to go to File Load. And then you will see XML documents. Now the one you want to use is Pocket Scout _ NCAA _ 2014. You want to use that one because it's I think it's the best out of all of them. If you have loaded the Pocket Scout CONFIG, it would have gotten to you right here. Now we need to open up our dynasty. You're gonna go to your USB folder and then find it there under your PS3. So USB, boom. You hit save data. Dynasty 555. And then it's gonna load up for you. Dynasty is on the computer and is ready to be modded. Alright, the first thing you're gonna do right now, you can go to the bold tab. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it in the video. That should be good enough. Alright. And then we're gonna click on where it says game number. Hit it once, then twice. So you can sort it going upwards. Alright. Okay. Now, where you see we see BCS National Championship game, you see game 40. That's why I wrote this right here, 40 right here. 36 would be the Orange Bowl, so I look for Orange Bowl. Boom, it's game number 36, which is what I wrote right there. You need to know all this because you need to know where the bowl game numbers is going to be. What is the bowl game numbers, so you can like fix it later on. The Rose Bowl is right here at 33. Game number 33, and then the New Mexico Bowl should be towards the bottom because it's like the very back. Yeah, there it is. game number 7. Alright, so now I wrote all that down. As you can see, all that I have highlighted is the matches I want to have. Now I know where everything is at. Now I got to put everything in place. So from here, you're going to go to the Schedule Data tab. Going to select it, and then you can go where it says game number. You're going to hit that once, and hit it twice. Same thing for the week. Hit it once, twice. It should pop up something like this for you. I want to have Bama versus Florida State. So let me first find the Orange Bowl, which should be right here. No, that one. And I'm going to swap Washington for Bama. Let me just do that really quickly. Ohio State with Texas. So I got to find the Rose Bowl. I see it's like 3 spots down. So I swap Texas with Ohio State. I just gotta find Ohio State. Alright, there we go. Now I gotta have Texas versus Washington in the New Mexico Bowl. So I know it's game 7 for the New Mexico Bowl, so I gotta scroll all the way down. Do I see it? Yeah, I see it. It's towards the bottom. Right here. Alright. Gonna swap Washington for Utah and Utah State to Texas. So I'm just gonna do that right now. Washington versus Texas in the New Mexico Bowl. Boom. Alright, now I need to put Utah versus Utah State in the national championship. This is just to keep the 2 teams in limbo state because they're both losing a bowl bid. Okay, so now Utah is in place of Alabama, and Utah State is taking the place of Ohio State. And the team tab. That is now done and complete. We got Utah versus Utah State and the national championship match is for limbo. We got Texas versus Washington and the New Mexico Bowl. If you look all the way down towards the bottom, this is game number 7. We got Bama versus Florida State and the Orange Bowl, and we got Ohio State versus Oregon and the Rose Bowl. Now, next thing we have to do is go to where it says team schedules. We got to click on that, and we got to do the same thing. We got to flip-flop the teams. All right. First things first, we're going to first swap out the Orange Bowl. So we're going to go to, I'm going to find the Orange Bowl, and then I'm going to swap Washington for Bama. So I'm going to team. I'm going to hit the game number once, and then twice, and then the week number once, and then twice. Get you that right there. Now I'm going to sort all the way down so I can find Washington and Florida State, and then swap Washington for Bama. Alright, I found it. I'm now swapping Bama in the place of Washington. Or reverse that. I'm swapping Washington in place of Bama. Alright, as you can see, Florida State versus Bama, Alabama versus Florida State. Boom, that's set up. Next thing we're going to do is go to the Rose Bowl, and we're going to swap out Ohio State and Texas together. So I'm going to go back and go look at it. Okay. Boom. Alright, so Oregon versus Ohio State, and Ohio State versus Oregon. Boom, that's set up. Now we got to set up Texas and Washington to the New Mexico Bowl, which should be further down. Alright, now Washington is now facing Texas, and Texas is now facing Washington. Now I'm going to go all the way up to the top and put Utah and Utah State in the national championship. So I'm pretty much swapping Utah for Bama and Utah State for Ohio State. I'm sorry in advance if you guys cannot see this. Like I said, I know I'm pausing it to the point where you see what I mean, like, well, I edited everything. So now we got Utah versus Utah State and Utah State versus Utah. Okay, that is good. Next thing we need to do is go to the SGIN tab. Now, this is an extra step to simulate all of the games, because you do not want any of these games. If you don't want to play any of these games, you don't have to. You can just simulate all the last one of them. But if you want to play it, you can play it. It's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to go to all the games and look for game 40, 36, 33, and 7. I'm going to change that to game number 127. Everything has been changed to 1 through 7. That means I can simulate every single match in the 14 playoffs and Texas and Washington game. Alright, now from here we're going to go to File, Save. Alright, up in the top corner on the left. And you're going to wait for it to hit done. Alright, once it hits done, that means it's good, it's a wrap. You can exit out of it. Alright, then we're going to minimize brute force back up. You're going to hit, or make sure your dynasty is highlighted. You're going to hit F2. Alright, the window is going to pop up for your dynasty. The very last file, you're going to rename it back to what it originally was. Pretty much is just going to delete the MC02 part. Yes. Then you're going to close that. And then you go back on to BruteForceSavedata, and from there you're going to go to encrypt PFD. It's going to ask you to encrypt all. You're gonna say yes. Make sure you put encrypt all. Boom, and your edits is good to go. Now we can gonna close brute force. You're gonna take out your USB. You're gonna put it inside your PS3, and we're going to copy paste it to your dice. You're gonna copy paste the Dynasty that's on your computer on your USB to the PS3. All right, so you guys get on your PS3, turn it on now.